today, then people are going to massively go for electric vehicles. And the price is $31,000. And just as an example, the Tesla Model 3 is going to be delivered at that price, but that includes some tax breaks that the individual buyer has to take advantage of to get. But the transition there is going to be so fast. I mean, it's still, it's 20 million vehicles a year is what we go through in the US now. So it's about 10 million a year, and it takes 20 years to turn the fleet over. I think we're going to see it happen twice as fast in the United States.
Thank you. I think one additional thing I would like to say, and that also relates to your question, is what do we do with the panels which are no more used? I think regulations have to come in. You can't drive future's energy system with the past regulatory framework. You have to be smart about it, so that there are regulations that when you put these things, there are disposal mechanisms and you're liable for that. That has to come into play. And this is an area which we should discuss more as this transformation really plays out. But before we close, let me ask you to join hands to thank our panelists for their very valuable remarks. And I do agree with Dan that transformation is well and truly underway. And I will only close by saying the future looks exciting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok, and thank you to our track chairs, and especially the track chairs who weren't up on the stage, because they did at least as much work. So while we're just removing the chairs, and before I announce our first keynote, I'll respond briefly to the question about the conversations across tracks. So we have made some progress. We used to have 6 tracks: efficiency, access, renewables, and then technology, policy, and finance. And then we found out that the people were in separate sessions and not talking to each other. So now we have efficiency, access, and renewables, and we have the futures track. Great suggestions about having some integrated sessions, about talking about blended finance, Russell. So thank you for that. So we're going into, I'm really excited about the closing keynotes. So we have for you, we have a social entrepreneur, an impact investor, and an innovator. And I'm going to start with the social entrepreneur, who is a friend of the Energy for All team here at ASEF. And how many ASEFs have you been to? She's been to 5. All right. Okay. So Ajita Shah is the founder and CEO of Frontier Markets, which is a social business that has built access to more than 200,000 clean energy solutions in rural India, with a focus on market building, customer-centric design thinking, and building a network of 3,000 farmers and 1,000 rural women entrepreneurs. She has been awarded many accolades, including Forbes, Businessweek, CNBC, Microfinance's 30 Under 30 Social Entrepreneur, and Women Entrepreneur of the Year. She has also won awards through NASCOM, the National Women's Enclaves, L'Oreal Women of Worth, and she actively speaks at national and international fora, including TEDx, U.S. Green Business Council, universities, and global forums. We're really lucky to have her. And her title, all of the titles are like really long, so I'll say them because there's a lot of content in the titles. It's Women, Consumer Feedback, Distribution, and Partnerships. Key Insights from India on Achieving Scale. Ajita?